I'm sorry that you don't know who you are. That can be a really scary and confusing place to be. If you don't know who you are, how do you know what you like and what you don't like? How do you know what to say in certain situations or how to feel? There are a lot of theories out there about why we get to this point in our life, and there are a lot of people that do. But I don't think it's going to help for me to give you a 45-minute lecture on that theory. What I do think will be helpful is just to give you little bits of information and analogies that you can take away and start to understand why you are feeling the way you're feeling and where you are, and also how to get out of that. So for today, I just want to tell you about a beautiful analogy I read in a book once by Debbie Ford. It's called The Light Side of the Dark Chasers. And she says, imagine you are born a great big castle, a beautiful castle, and you have all these rooms that are magnificent, and just like a child you run in and out of these rooms and you're experimenting with them all the time and exploring them, and it's awesome, it's fun, it feels so good. But you slowly start to notice society's response to you and reaction. You start to see and hear things that your teachers saying is negative, and your parents and other authoritative figures in the media. So slowly you start to close these doors in this castle, because that one's too big and that's too bold and that's too bright and that theme just doesn't go and those don't mix, and all these negative this negative feedback you start getting about yourself and your rooms. So you start closing and slamming, and all these doors keep shutting until eventually you end up a 2-bedroom apartment in need of repairs. And you could be sitting in this apartment right now, completely oblivious to that castle. It's so long ago, or it was so painful ago, that you feel like this 2-bedroom apartment is who you are. Or you're sitting in this 2-bedroom apartment going, I really feel like there is more out there. But this is what I have. This is where I am. So if you don't know who you are, it's because you're sitting in that 2-bedroom apartment in need of repairs. What you need to do is start exploring your castle again. And I know for some of you that does seem really scary, because you've had a lot of negative experiences. But consider the alternative. Are you going to sit in this 2-bedroom apartment for the rest of your life? Or are you going to start to free yourself? Start to explore those rooms. Imagine the excitement of the discovery. And there will be people out there that will want you to shut it again. You're even going to see things that aren't there. You might open one of these doors and you're trying it out, and you notice someone looks at you funny and you think, oh, they don't like it, I must maybe close that. And you've got to resist those urges, because that person may not have even been looking at you. That message that you think you're getting wasn't actually there. It was all in your head, because you've created these sort of this negative conditioning to keep you in this 2-bedroom apartment. You need to decide right now that you don't want to be in that 2-bedroom apartment anymore. You want to know who you are. You want to open those rooms, and you're prepared to discover things that might scare you, but they might excite you as well. The things that do scare you could end up being amazing, or just lessons, or obstacles that you overcome that become tools to help you in your future, in your life. How big could you be? How amazing could this castle be? So today, just start by stepping out of your 2-bedroom apartment. All you need to do today is open that door and just feel that excitement and that little bit of fear and that energy through you, where you are actually going to do this. You are going to discover yourself again, and start opening those doors. Start even trying on clothes that you would love to wear, but maybe you felt shy or embarrassed, or whatever it is. Try hairstyles. Try feeling things that you really want to feel. Maybe you really want to feel the exhilaration of having wind on your face as you run, even though you've never been a runner, because you were told when you were 5 years old that you run like a penguin. Go out there, put the shoes on, run, even if it's a few steps, feel that wind on your face. not that negative thought that you've had all your life. Feel what it is you want to feel. Change your perception. And if you have to go back into that 2-bedroom apartment at the end of the day, remember the exhilaration you felt experimenting with yourself. And commit to yourself the next day to do it again until eventually you start adding rooms onto this. And eventually you will become that castle again and it will feel amazing. But it takes work. But it's work worth doing because you don't want to be a 2-bedroom apartment anymore and you want to know who you are. So start today.